Good day, everyone. Again, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, hit the notification bell for you to be able to be updated on the following videos sa mga susunod na videos na i-upload ko pa. Okay, for today's tutorial, what we are going to discuss is all about parabola, part 1, because this lesson about parabola is consist of 2 videos. Okay, so without further ado, let us start with the definition of the parabola. A parabola is the collection of all points P in the plane that are the same distance from a fixed point F as they are from a fixed line D. The point F is called the focus of the parabola, and the line D is its directrix. Okay, so for us to be able to define a parabola, we need to understand 2 important terms. The first one is the focus, which is a point, and the second one is the directrix, which is a line. Okay, so for us to be able to better understand this, let us have an illustration in the Cartesian plane. Okay, so if we have here the focus of the parabola, which is a point, and we have here the directrix of the parabola, which is a line. So according to the definition, if we are going to draw 2 line segments, the first one is from the directrix, and the second one is from the focus. At kapag yung distance ng yung distances ng dalawang line segments na yon are equal, meaning yung kanilang intersection is actually a point on the parabola. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so there are 2 line segments here. The first line segment is perpendicular to the directrix, and the second line segment is from the focus. Okay, if these 2 line segments here, this line segment and this line segment are of equal distances, meaning yung point in between them is actually a point on the parabola. So in this case, to be specific, this point here is actually the vertex of the parabola. Okay, let's take at another example. Okay, this line segment. So nakita naman natin, merong dalawang line segments. The first one is a line segment perpendicular to the directrix, and the second one is a line segment from the focus. Okay? Kung yung dalawang line segments na yon are of equal distances, meaning yung point of intersection nila is actually another point on the parabola. Okay, let's have another 2 line segments. The first one is perpendicular to the directrix, and the second line segment is from the focus. Kung yung dalawang line segments na yon are of equal distances, meaning yung point of intersection nila is another point on the parabola, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have here 5 points on the parabola. The next thing that we need to do is to trace them. So meron na tayong kalahati ng parabola. Since this point here is the vertex, so meaning, meron na tayong kalahati ng curve or ng graph ng parabola. And then by symmetry, we can get the other half. Okay? Okay, so we have now the equation of a parabola with vertex at the origin that opens either to the left or to the right. So when we say vertex of a parabola, this is actually the leftmost point or the rightmost point of a parabola that either opens to the right or to the left. Ngayon naman, kung yung parabola the opening of the parabola is upward, or di kaya naman the opening of the parabola is downward, yung vertex naman is the highest point or the lowest point. Okay, so meaning, kung yung vertex niya is at the point of origin, when we say point of origin, it is at 0, 0 in the Cartesian plane, Meaning, yung equation na gagamitin natin ay eto. We have y squared is equal to 4ax. Since our parabola opens either to the left or to the right, meaning yung variable na y, yun yung may squared. Ngayon naman, kung yung parabola naman opens either upward or downward, ang magiging variable na may squared ay yung x. So it's the other way around. Okay? We have here A is the distance from the vertex to the focus, or it is also the distance from the vertex perpendicular to the directrix. So meaning, yung A na to, if we know the value of this A, we will know the distance of the line segment from the vertex to the focus, and also from the vertex to the directrix. Okay, if 4A is positive, then the parabola opens to the right. Meaning, kung yung numerical coefficient ng x, or if the coefficient of x is positive, we know that the parabola opens to the right. Ngayon naman, if 4A is negative, then the parabola opens to the left. Meaning, kung yung coefficient ni x o yung numerical coefficient ni x, for example, negative 8x, since yung coefficient ni x, which is negative 8, ay negative, meaning yung parabola opens to the left. Okay? Okay, so let's take a look at this example. So we have here a parabola that opens to the right. Take note, our focus will be inside the curve of the parabola, and the directrix is in the opposite direction of the focus. Okay, so kung nandito yung focus, nasa kabilang part naman yung directrix. And take note, yung line segment na to from the directrix to the vertex at saka from the vertex to the focus are of the same distance. At yung value na yon is a unit. I mean, yung distance na yon is a units. So yun po yung a na tinutukoy dito sa equation. Okay? So in this case, anong value ng a natin? From the vertex to the focus, ilang units yon? 1, 2, 3. So from the vertex to the directrix, ilang unit yon? 1, 2, 3. So meaning yung A is equal to 3 units. Okay? So dahil 3 units siya, from the equation y squared is equal to 4ax, all we need to do is to substitute this distance, which is 3 units, to a. So we have here y squared equals 4, 4. Substitute the value of a, which is 3. From here, we have 3 units here. So the value of a is 3. And then bring down x. So yung y squared is equal to 4ax will be y squared is equal to 4 times 3 times x. Saan galing yung 3? It's the value of a, which is 3 units from the graph. So multiplying this 2, 4 times 3, that would be equal to 12. So the equation of the parabola is y squared is equal to 12x. Okay, let's find the focus and the directrix of the parabola, whose equation is y squared is equal to negative 16x. Okay, so from this equation, we know that it is in the form y squared is equal to negative 4ax. And then from here, yung negative 16 will be the value of our 4a. Diba? Remember, we have y squared is equal to negative 4ax, or y squared is equal to 4ax. So meaning yung 16 dito, yung negative 16 dito is actually the value of 4a. So from there, we have negative 4a, ito po yun, is equal to negative 16. Ito po yun. So we have an equation, negative 4a is equal to 16. And for us to be able to solve for a, let us just divide both sides of the equation by negative 4, and then a is equal to 4. If we divide negative 4 by negative 4, that will be 1. What will remain here is a. Negative 16 divided by negative 4, that is 4. So the value of a is equal to 4. Okay, so since we already have the value of a, it will be easy for us to locate the focus and the directrix of the parabola. And we know that the vertex of the parabola is at the point of origin. Okay, so ito po yung vertex ng parabola. It is at the point of origin. So we know the value of a, that is 4 units, meaning since 4a is negative, meaning the coefficient of x is negative, we know for a fact that the parabola opens to the left. Okay? And we have the value of a to be equal to 4, meaning from the vertex, we will count 4 units to the left to locate the focus and 4 units to the right to locate the directrix. Yan po yung focus. And its coordinates are, its coordinate is negative 4, 0. Ito naman po yung directrix, 4 units in opposite direction. So, x is equal to 4, yung equation ng line of the directrix. Okay, so yun na po yung graph niya. We could make a line segment through the focus of the parabola parallel to the directrix with endpoints on the parabola. This line segment is called the latus rectum. So meaning if we are going to draw a line segment from the focus parallel to the directrix, meaning vertical, kung vertical yung directrix, meaning yung line segment na i-draw natin dito is also vertical, touching 2 points on the parabola. Ayan po yun. Ang tawag natin sa line segment na yan is latus rectum. The length of the latus rectum is 4a. So from the equation, alam naman natin na yung 4a is equal to 16 or negative 16, and that is 16 units. So meaning from here, going up is 8 units, and from here going down is another 8 units. So meaning we will count 8 units going up and 8 units going down for us to be able to locate the points on the parabola, which are the endpoints of the latus rectum. Okay, so yung coordinates naman po ng endpoints ng latus rectum, in this case, is negative 4, 8, kasi 4 units to the left, and that is negative 4, and then 8 units going up, and that is positive 8. So we have negative 4, positive 8. Dito naman, we have negative 4 and negative 8 because it is 4 units to the left and 8 units going down. So we have negative 4 and negative 8. Okay, how about parabolas that opens upward or downward? Okay, so the equation that we are going to use is x squared is equal to 4ay. Katulad ng sabi ko kanina, kapag yung parabola opens upward or downward, yung variable na may squared should be x. Okay? Or we can just write it as x squared is equal to negative 4ay if the parabola opens downward. Ito naman, if the parabola opens upward, since the coefficient of y is positive. Dito naman, yung coefficient ng y is negative, so meaning the parabola opens downward. Let's take a look at the steps to graph the parabola. X squared is equal to negative 4y. Okay? What direction does this open? Kung x squared is equal to negative 4y, the coefficient of y is negative 4. It is negative, therefore it opens upward or downward. Negative 4, the coefficient of y is negative, meaning it opens downward. Okay? Okay, so we have here a Cartesian plane. And here is the vertex of the parabola. So how can we locate the focus and the directrix? What is the value of A? From here, negative 4A is equal to negative 4. Ayan po. Negative 4A, ito po yun, is equal to negative 4. So meaning, if we are going to solve for the value of A, we just need to divide both sides of the equation by negative 4. Anong matitira dito is A. So meaning, negative 4 divided by negative 4, and that is positive 1. So the value of A is 1. So meaning, yung A natin is 1 unit. So from the vertex, since we know that this parabola opens downward, so from the vertex, we will count 1 unit going down to locate the focus. Since downward yung parabola, yung focus ay nasa baba. Paano naman to locate the directrix? We will count 1 unit going up. And then we have the directrix here. Ayan, yung focus is at 0, negative 1. At yung directrix is at, hindi na siya nilagay dito, pero yung directrix niya is at y is equal to 1. Okay, so what is the length of the latus rectum? The latus rectum is 4a. So ano ba yung value ng 4a? That is negative 4a. That is negative 4. So meaning that is 4 units. So from here, we will count 2 units to the right and 2 units to the left. Okay? Ayan po. So 2 units to the right and 2 units to the left. Bakit po? Yung latus rectum natin, the length of the latus rectum is actually 4a. Meaning, kung ano yung coefficient ni y, yung 4a na yan, kung ano yung coefficient ni y, which is negative 4, that would be the length of the latus rectum. So since this is 4, meaning yung length nito, yung distance from this endpoint to this endpoint is equal to 4 units. So from the focus, we will count 2 units to the right and 2 units to the left. And we have their coordinates to be 2, negative 1, and negative 2, negative 1. Okay, so from here, we can now trace the curve of the parabola. Ayan po. And add the directrix. The directrix is A away from the vertex in the opposite direction as the focus. So meaning, kung gaano kalayo yung focus kay vertex, ganun din kalayo si directrix kay vertex. Kung ito ay A units, meaning from here, going up is also A units. Ayan po. So the equation of the directrix is y is equal to 1. Okay, our parabola may have horizontal and or vertical transformations. Meaning, kapag yung vertex ng parabola is no longer at the point of origin. Meaning, meron na siyang horizontal shift yung x at meron na ring vertical shift yung y. So in this case, yung coordinates ng vertex or the vertex of the parabola is no longer at the point of origin. So ang magiging equation niya ay ganito. Okay, and this will be our next topic in our next video. Okay, so that will be all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos to come. Again, good day and God bless everyone.